Before we begin the video, quick shout out to Sean Dyche for being a piece of fucking shit and for being a sore loser after our big win at home to us to Burnley 3-1, and also shout out to Ashley Barnes, who's just been a cunt throughout the game. And let's begin the video. But I just wanted to talk about Sean Dyche, and I just thought he was just such a shit cunt, the way he came out to the media and saying that diving has such a major effect throughout the game and it needs to be stopped and stuff. But the point is, mate, it didn't affect the game anyway, man. There was a few dives, but just get over it. You've lost the game, you know. Fucking move on. You know, look at your team. Your team, it doesn't just because they're diving. What about your team in general, mate? They're poor going through in front of goal. Stop talking about all this diving and stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to clear that out because I just thought that was such a stupid, kiddie excuse for the 3-1 loss for them. But moving on, as you know, we won 3-1 against Burnley, 2 goals from Aubameyang and a goal by Iwobi. We went with an interesting lineup, went back to a 4 at the back, and then we had to change up throughout the game. But we went with the likes of Leno in goal. I thought he was pretty quiet. He had a few decent saves throughout the game. Obviously conceded the 1 goal, but it was a bit of a mess, let's be honest, when it came to defence. But overall, he was alright, I thought. I thought he was pretty calm and collected into the back. He made a few decent saves at the end, and I thought he was alright, actually. Defensively, Socrates, I'm telling you, this Greek man, he is like a warrior. He's a warrior. He's got like armour plate underneath his skin, literally. He's a tank. He sorted out Ashley Barnes throughout the game. It was a very physical affair between the two, but he managed to sort him out, and he constructed this line. He was a leader. He was at the back. He was like a colonel, a captain, you know, sorting everybody out, making sure everybody was in line, making sure everybody was doing their job, and he was brilliant. I thought he was probably one of the man of matches in this game. But having a look at the left back, the likes of Klasnak we had in there in left back position, I thought he was fantastic for us, bombing up and down that pitch like a bloody Usain Bolt on steroids, literally. I thought this guy was a monster. Coltrane, anything else you want to say about this guy, he was fantastic today. Defensively, he wasn't really at it. I mean, you know what he's like. Defensively, he isn't the greatest when it comes to the awareness and just, you know, standing, tackling and marking your man. But going forward, he is just brilliant, up and down, playing the ball in nicely, crossing it in nicely, overlapping a few players, and I thought he was the man of the match for our performance. He was our go-to man, especially attacking wise. The other centre-back position, we had Monreal playing in there. Obviously, he's not a natural centre-back, but I thought he played alright throughout the game. Didn't have really much to do as much, but he did pick up a really bit of a pain in the ass injury, if that's the word. It wasn't serious, but it was just I think it was maybe a thigh or something, I'm not too sure, but we'll have to wait and see how that's worked out for him. But yeah, I thought he was alright at the back with Socrates. As I said, Socrates was the main man at the back, just leading everyone by the scruff of the neck. Right back we had Maitland-Niles, and again, I don't know about him at the moment in his right back position. As you know, he is a natural central midfielder, but playing in that right back position, he just doesn't look comfortable enough for me. He's just not that sort of player in that right back position. He constantly loses the ball every now and then, and his tackling, his marking isn't there. The amount of times he loses his player, it's just not good enough. But that was the right back position. That was the defence. Going up to the midfield, we went with an interesting midfield. We didn't have Torreira in there as he was put on the bench throughout this game, as he did have a bit of an illness, and we needed him coming up for the next few games coming up. But in the midfield, we did have the likes of Guendouzi, who I thought wasn't the greatest in that midfield. He was pretty poor. I think he's just knackered, really. He's just had too much game time, in my opinion. He needs to have a break. Bring someone like Ramsey on, or even bring Torreira on, you know. Just take him off. He's been playing way too much football. Even give the likes of Willett maybe a run for their money, especially in the likes of these sort of games where, you know, we're going to win this sort of game, you know. But there was Guendouzi in there, El Neni in there, which was a bit of a surprise for everyone. As you know, he's not a natural midfielder, but he did play a bit more of a holding defensive midfielder, and I thought he was alright actually in there. He was okay. He wasn't fantastic in there. As you can see, he's that sort of player who's just coming in and out of the squad all the time, and he just looks he doesn't look that, he doesn't have that sort of quality about him as a Torreira. He doesn't have that sort of energy and buzz, and he wants to be there. But I thought he was okay, and he didn't really do much throughout the game. Didn't really change the game in any way. As I said, he did make a decent block to get the counter attack for the goal, but there wasn't really much going on with him. Another midfielder position, we had Xhaka. Again, he was pretty poor as well. Overall, the midfield wasn't ticking as well until Torreira did come onto the pitch. But he was okay, Xhaka. He wasn't the greatest. He had a few decent passes here and there, but he still looked very slow on the ball. Going forward, as you know, we had Ozil, Aubameyang, and Lacazette, and it wasn't a surprise to see Ozil in there. He had to start. This is sort of a game where they're going to be very physical, this Burnley side, and they were. But if they give you space and they give you room, as I know, they defensively they do leave you hanging on the outside of the box, and give someone like Ozil the ball, he's just gonna pick his pass, and he's gonna do it well. And as you know, he picked up a lovely pass in the first half to get a nice goal for Aubameyang, and what a pass that was! Something that an artist and only an artist can do. But it was a brilliant performance from him. I thought Ozil, he had a nice pass at the end of the game to put Iwobi through, and he scored nicely. And overall, I thought it was a really good captain's performance by Ozil. As I said, we did give him the armband, and I felt like he stepped up for this one. He really stepped up to the mark and took his chances when he needed it, and that's all you need throughout these games. 1-2 chances, pick them, you're done, you've won it, man. But yeah, good performance from Ozil, I personally thought. Going forward, Lacazette, I thought he was pretty poor throughout this game. He was picking up the ball really nicely in the just outside the box area. As you know, he does pick it up, he holds onto it, plays it around, but going forward, shooting wise, attacking, he didn't really have that much to offer, to be honest with you. And I felt like he was pretty poor again, and he's the sort of guy who needs a goal. You can see he's getting a bit frustrated. He was frustrated when he came off the bench. But it's just the way it is, Unai Emery wants to win these games, and he's going to have to make the changes when he's needed. But the next player, obviously everyone knows, top goal scorer, 12 goals in the league, 2 goals today, beautiful second goal from him. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, I thought it was absolutely brilliant. He took the game by the scruff of the neck, and he took his chances, and that's what a top goal scorer is at the moment. A player that takes their chances, and if he takes them, the game's done. The game is done, and he was brilliant today, absolutely brilliant. He took his chances. A lovely second goal from him. Picks it up on the outside of the box, cuts it in, dribbles around, and just hits it into the roof of the net. It was a lovely finish from him. And overall, he's just doing the business at the moment this year. He's just a natural goal scorer. He's doing what he has to do, and what more can you ask from him? But overall, a good performance by the lads. A crucial 3 points, as you know. Leicester, they managed to pick up a really crucial 3 points to Chelsea, so we're level with them. Manchester United managed to get a really good win, so they go up. They managed to get another 3 points. Manchester City, obviously, as we all know, they had a major loss to Palace. So overall, for us, looking at it, it's a very important 3 points. Very important 3 points, considering the look at the table. But looking at Burnley, the way they played the game, they were very physical. They didn't take their chances when they had them. They had one chance, they did take that. But overall, they just turned up to defend, and they just made the game very slow, sluggish throughout the game, very physical. 7 yellow cards it came to. 7 yellow cards throughout the whole game. 5 yellow cards on Burnley's side. So it just showed you how physical, and they were just there to defend, really. And I thought they did alright in the first half, until they just, they conceded that goal, and they did really drop off. But overall, looking at the game, guys, drop a comment down below what you thought about the game, and yeah, I'll bring out a preview and a review for the Brighton game and the Liverpool game. But overall, a crucial 3 points for the boys. Aubameyang and Iwobi getting the goals, and I'm a happy chap, and it's a good day for Emery, especially after a few losses against the likes of Tottenham in the Cup and Southampton. But 3 points on the board, good performance by the lads, and we move on to Brighton. I'll see you then.